Hello YouTube friends, it's Dale from whatever the weather may be. I'm just sitting here in my little chamomile patch, which isn't very big. And I've been picking some chamomile, if you can see here. And actually, I pick every day now. It's just come on really well. Lots and lots of flowers to pick here. Along the back, I've even cut some back because it's just kind of getting away from me, and it's good to cut them down too. They form more of a bush kind of habitat than this really low stuff like it is here. And way at the back there, I have a real low spot where they're not growing that big, that tall at all. I don't think they get as much sun as right here. Anyway, so I thought I would just talk a little bit about this. This is German chamomile here that I'm growing. I got the seed, I think I ordered it from some seed catalog, and I seeded it once and I've never had to seed it again. It just, towards the end of the year, I just let it go to seed and then it just keep coming back on its own. So it's a super easy thing to grow, and it's very beneficial for pollinators. They love it. The bees are in here all the time, and the small little pollinators, all kinds of little things are always having a bit of a dinner on here. So it's good for that as well. It's good for us humans. It's a very calming herb. You can use it for teas, tinctures, bath products. I grow for all of those things. I dry quite a bit for teas, and I don't just drink, well, I do drink straight chamomile tea, but I mix it with other teas as well. It's wonderful, and it is very soothing and calming. And I also mix it with lavender, dried lavender, if I dry it, and then I mix it with dried lavender or dried rosemary, and I put it in little pouches and have it in the bath, and oh, it is wonderful in the bath. Very soothing and good for your skin, very relaxing. If you've had a stressful day and you throw that into your bath water and just have a nice, long, relaxing bath, you feel so good after. So I've picked that much, and I just thought I would show you the right way to pick chamomile. You should pick it early in the morning when it's cooler, or towards evening when it's cooler. It should not really be picked in the hot sun. It's not its best when it's really hot. Today has been a cool day. It's been quite a cool day. So, and it is early evening, so it's a good time to pick. And I try and pick nice big flowers like this one. There's some smaller ones down in there. I leave them to grow up a little bit and get to be some nice big. And you want to pick the ones that are completely open. So if I can get this without getting my finger all over it. So what you do is you don't just grab and pick. You use your fingers sort of like a fork, and you put them like this. You just want to pull very gently, pull the heads off like that. If you do it this way, you will not pull the plant out of the ground. If you grabbed and pulled, the plant comes out of the ground very easily. So you just take your hand and pull. A little bit of pressure is all it takes, and they snap right off. Once in a while you will get some that will come off, will pull out of the ground if it's not a very strong plant, but most of the times that's all you need to do, and they come off very easily. And it's a very time-consuming activity. I mean, it takes a while. If you wanted to pick all of these, you'd be here for hours. I don't pick all of them. I leave some for the pollinators. like I say, I try and pick the best ones for myself, and I leave the rest for the bees and the bugs, whoever wants them. Now I've been picking probably for 2 weeks already, and I have a lot of chamomile drying. And how I dry it is I have a rack. It's actually my little miniature greenhouse that I use. See, this one I pulled up. My little greenhouse that I use, after I've grown all my plants on it, it's got sort of, I pulled another one out. It has sort of a rack, 4 racks on it, and they're open. So I lay either paper towel or screening on there, and you want something that the air can get around your petals. And I just put them on there. Make sure that you have them spread out so that they're not 2 inches deep or something like. Spread them out as thin as you can. And really, you just leave them there until they're all shriveled up, and the petals will still be there. You just can't really see them. And then you just put them in a jar, or you can put them in a bag. I like to put them in a jar, and a nice tightly sealed jar, and just use them right out of the jar. However you're going to use them. If you're going to use them for tea, or if you're going to use it for making bath products or anything else like that, that's all that you do. So this is one of the many herbs that I'm growing for teas, and for other purposes. I have quite a few different varieties of mint that I grow. I grow spearmint, peppermint, chocolate mint, and this year I've added ginger mint onto my list of mints. And I grow those for teas. And I mix the teas together. Like chamomile and mint is very good. Chamomile and lemon balm is very good. You don't have to just have one variety. You can mix them together. I also grow Calendula, which is a flower, sort of a cousin to marigold, but it makes wonderful salve, lip balms and salves. And if you go to a health food store and go to that section of the store, you'll find Calendula balms. You can lip balms and salves and things like that, and they're expensive, and it's so super easy to make with your own. So I'm going to be doing that as well this year. So that's my little spiel on calendula. If you want to, you don't have to have a patch this big. You can have a tiny little patch. And the other thing is that when you have these, they will seed all over the place. So, if you wanted to rip all of this out of here and put something else here, chances are you'll find them somewhere else in your garden. The seed is this tiny, you get your seed from this tiny part of the plant, and it's fine like pepper almost, probably even finer than pepper. And if the wind's blowing and this is ready to seed itself, it'll be everywhere. So I'm going to continue on with this. I'm going to be doing this until supper time, and I'll put them on my little rack to dry, and then maybe on a video coming up at some time we'll make some tea from this lovely dried chamomile. Thanks for coming along with me. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye for now. I'll talk to you real soon.